Okay, starting us off here in the 12 o'clock position, we do have the Red Protoss fighting for red. All the way from Norway, it's Eriador. And his opponent spawning down here in the bottom right-hand corner, we have the Peruvian Zerg fighting for DM. It's dM-yOp. dM-yOp is Mexican. Okay, someone told me he was Peruvian. I'll have to fix that. I'll do that after the game. That might be a deal breaker. Well, hopefully it's not too much of a big problem, but let's see how Eriador plans to play this out. He usually plays pretty conservatively, and he usually goes double upgrades in both Zerg versus Protoss and Protoss versus Zerg. Now, he is in fact going to go for a gateway first here. More aggressive opening. Punishes, obviously, 12 hatches, but it looks like we're likely gonna have an overpull here from dM-yOp. Although he is going for mass drone, so yeah, it's actually going to be a 12 hatch. So this is going to be a perfect situation for Eriador to start off the game. I know I said that Eriador usually has long games. Like, I think if I was to take all the games on average, I think, and all the players, I think I've not found a way of doing this properly yet. But if I could, and if I could find a way of doing it without spending like 10 years doing it, I think if we worked out the average, Eriador, along with Radley, have probably played on average the longest games. Now, Eriador does know that it is indeed 12 hatch, so he's actually going to send a second probe out to help his Zealot do some more damage. There is a Forge coming up, so it's going to be Gateway Forge before Nexus, but he does have the option of going for a Cannon Rush here. And that looks like what he's going to do. Yeah, he's going to block his probe in. He can put another pylon here. And there is going to be no way for dM-yOp to be able to get up there to do any damage. Now, the drones have been pulled. He needs to try and go and kill this pylon. Or is he going to gas stack? I think that, well, technically that's banned in the tournament, because I said IC Cup competitive rules. So, yeah, it looks like he's not going to be able to do that. Eriador unable to actually block off the other entrance. Didn't get enough, he didn't get a second pylon up quick enough. Little bit of a mistake here by Eriador. Now, there's no Zealot in the main or anything. The Zealot only just now coming in, but there's obviously a lot of lost mining time. And the pylon has still finished, so he can still add cannons. Now, whether or not he plans to do that is yet to be discovered, but I mean, dM-yOp is just going to kind of run away with his drones. He needs to wait for some Zerglings in his pool. His Zerglings are only just now done, so if he can maybe get these two Zealots at the top of the ramp, this is going to be a very good position for Eriador to be in, but he does need to be careful. This is a lot of Lings. Okay, Eriador going to pull back a little bit, but dM-yOp diving on, getting a really good engagement with these two Zealots. He's actually going to trade incredibly well. A third Zealot is on the way, but definitely not a good position for Eriador right now. Good micro on this single Zealot, going to keep it alive, but he's got a pylon that's doing absolutely nothing. There's no cannon up here to cannon rush or anything, and his Nexus is still not done. This is definitely a very weird situation for Eriador to be in. Now, looks like the third Zealot has in fact gone down. No, it did manage to run away, but there's an additional Zealot in trouble here. Looks like he gets a good bit of micro there on that to kill a few additional Zerglings. A drone is being chased away from the third base. That's a pretty big win for Eriador, but he is of course incredibly far behind. Just in terms of expansions. Now, he's forced out a ton of Lings, so the drone count isn't super high. So that's kind of the saving grace here of this situation. But I mean, this pylon just isn't doing anything for him. He never really got the chance to build a cannon up there. And when speed kicks in, okay, speed isn't going to be kicking in because dM-yOp has forgone any gas. He's just relying entirely on Lings without speed. Yeah, this is, I mean, dM-yOp's done an incredibly good job holding on to this. Interestingly, he's not teching up behind this, but he is massing drones and massing Lings, and he's getting a third hatchery. And this third hatchery is going to be massive because Eriador, look at this, it's 5 minutes into the game and his Nexus isn't done. Now, dM-yOp gets a pretty good engagement on that first Zealot. Oh my god, the drone even helping out there, just being a little bit of a bigger wall. at the rally point, so that's going to help. There's only 3 zealots left up at the front. +1 attack is obviously a mile away right now. Gas is only just now finishing up, so both players, their gas and their tech is so late. I really wonder how this is going to play out, because this isn't your normal PvZ. Look at this, we've got another hatchery coming up here to add onto the wall. Nice engagement by yOp, actually doing a ton of damage on these zealots. Zealots get at least 1 drone, 2 drones. Can they get a third? Wait, what's... Oh, there's a... I was like, what is this Zergling attacking? But the pylon's up there. So the pylon is eventually going to be taken down. But the zealot's going to find the third base. He does need to be careful. Losing this many zealots, he doesn't really have any army. He's only got 10 supply in army units right now, and given the position Protoss would usually be in the game, this is not normal. Now, I don't know how else I can really explain this, but we've got yOp going up to 5 hatcheries, his gas is finally done, Hydra Den is on the way, and if he starts pumping Hydras, what units does Eriador have to defend against it? His +1 attack is a mile away, his Citadel is only just now starting to come up, so Zealot leg speed is going to be a long way away, and so is Storm. So if we see yOp just spam a ton of Hydras, that's going to be amazing, but it looks like yOp is playing this out like Pre did on Neo Outlier, where Pre went up to like 50 drones within 9 minutes, and then he kind of fell over. Now, I'm not sure if we're going to see a similar situation with yOp. yOp has, of course, built a ton of units leading up to this moment, but he is getting his economy really skyrocketing now. Now, Eriador adding on his additional gateways finally. He's actually trapped a probe in here. I don't know if this was intentional, but he can use that for Stargate. But he doesn't have a Stargate yet, so not super important. Okay, second gas coming in. Lair still not coming in just yet, unless I just saw that at the main. No. So no Lair and no Spire. He is going to be building, like, as soon as he gets the number of drones he wants, he is just going to be building nothing but Hydralisks. Finally the Lair is coming in. This is such a strange game. Hydra range on the way. No Hydra pressure so far. And I mean, if you think about the position yOp was in, if he just spammed Hydras just before, I think he would have broken Ares' wall. Eriador did not have that much back at home. But I think much like Horatoss did in the last game, he just wants to play this safe. He doesn't want to throw this. Because if you think about it, it's game 4, his team are down 2-1. If yOp loses this game to Eriador, we're not going to see an ace match. Obviously, if Eriador does win this... if yOp wins this even, we'll be going to a game 5. So, this is a very, very important game. This is a very important series for both these teams as well, given they are both kind of middle of the table. Okay, looks like Ares finally pushing out. +1 attack is still not done, but it's almost there. He's going to catch the Hydralisk at the top of this ramp. Good timing before the Hydras can really get into play, but I mean, he's going to have to fall back. There's no way he can deal with all these Hydras with just this many Zealots. +1 attack isn't even done. I just look how quickly the Zealots are starting to melt to the Hydras at the back. Obviously, he does have the high ground. There's not that many Hydras here. And +1, I think, must have just finished. Yeah, +1 just finished. So this is a little bit of a better engagement here for Eriador, but if yOp controls this properly, this is going to be a ton of dead Zealots that Eriador can't really afford to replace, and he does have his 2 bases. But how many units is Eriador going to have to lose? Now the Zealots going to try and move around and do a little bit of counter damage at this third, possibly. No, just going to wait here to get some shields back. They know they can't engage, but look at this. Eriador's forced to build a ton of cannons. They're not done yet, so if yOp goes, he might break this. This is a big, big moment in the game. Eri trying to eat some of the hits from the Hydras with the Zealots. He's not going to be able to get on top of the cannons. He's not target firing. And Eri holds for now, but more and more Hydralisks are moving across the map now to join this engagement at the front. And he's jumping on the cannons. The Hydras at the back, unable to get on top of them, but he's going to slowly take them down. There's finally a High Templar here. and he's worried about Storm, but there's no Storm yet, so if he just goes again, he could actually snipe that High Templar. That would be a massive, massive pickoff. But Yop is unsure just how behind Eriador's tech is. And here we go, he's going to push in, he's going to get another cannon. There goes Storm though, a nice Storm, doing a ton of damage to those Hydralisks. But there's just more and more Hydras coming in. This is not the end of that engagement. Actually, moving a few drones over as well. Starting to drone up now as well. Going into a 6th hatchery. Going into a Spire. There's no Queen's Nest. So there's not going to be any Hive anytime soon. Now, wait, is he... Oh, is he just going to expand up here? You know what? Building a hatchery here would actually be very good. You could start adding on Sunkens, slowly push the creep towards the wall and just win the game. But it looks like he is going to send the drone back. He doesn't want to kind of style. Obviously, if you try and style on your opponent by doing something you wouldn't normally do, sometimes it can go incredibly wrong. Tech-wise, Eriador adding on a ton of additional gateways. Range for his Dragoons finally come in. There's no additional tech. Unless that's a Robo coming in, yeah. So Robo finally coming in with a cannon. If we see drop here, he could probably just end the game right here, right now. There's not that many units. He does have a big lurker field outside the front of his opponent's main. I'm really not sure how Eriador is going to find his way out of this. He has a probe over here, so how did this probe even get to this location? And what is that probe even going to be able to do? I guess he can go and scout a little bit later. It's scouting for a drop coming in. But, okay, so we finally have Overlord speed coming in. I mean, I don't think the supply counters are broken. If they are, that would be a very weird situation. Like, they've both traded blows quite heavily in the early game, and both of them didn't tech for ages, so... You know what? That would be the weirdest bug. I don't think I've ever seen that happen, but the gateway goes down, the lurker field at the front, this Hydra gonna move in, try and snipe one of the High Templar. No? A little bit unfortunate there. Yop moving around with some units. Going to take the other natural. This is going to give him access to the other main, of course. Not opting to go for the island bases around the edge. But is going to go and scout for Eriador taking them, just in case, with some Scourge finally. And here we go. Looks like Yop is going to try and push forward. Now he gets a good number of Dragoons at the front. Lures them into the lurker field. Storm whiffing. Not the best Storms there by Eriador. Gonna get one of the lurkers though. Nice moves with that Dragoon to get that final hit in. Is he going to take this base? He should do. Storms not bad there at the front. But the issue is, how is he ever going to break out? He has +2 attack finally, and he does have a good number of gateways. We've got another Storm going down on the lurkers. Nicely played by Eriador. Yeah, I genuinely have no idea how Eriador is going to break out of this base. And look at this. Okay, it's not a drop. He doesn't have drop yet. Forgot about that. Still no Overlord drop coming in, but he's going to be able to scout with those Overlords. He's actually bringing a ton of Overlords with his army now as well. I feel like he should have drop, or at least he should be getting it, because I don't see why you wouldn't just go for drop here. Looks like Eriador actually managing to push out. Nicely done. Getting another lurker. And it's going to give him the option of going around the edge of the map here. Now, this is a very risky play. If you leave your front, you're going to be in trouble. Now, these are full energy High Templar. He needs to use Storm. He's not storming. Two of the High Templar going down with full energy. Not a position Eriador wants to be in, but Yop pushing forward once again. A lot of Ares units getting stuck in the middle, but a huge Storm on those Hydralisks. But look at this. The area around the edge has been blocked. Now, he has got a big army down here, so he can go and cancel this fourth base, but he doesn't know about it yet. He hasn't been scouting because he's been completely trapped in his main. Now, he's got two observers here. Looks like finally we see Yop has noticed that the units have actually managed to escape, so maybe Eriador can get some damage done, he at least needs to kill these bases, and looks like that's going to be what he's going to do. He assumes the Yop's going to have expanded down here, and he is correct. Now more and more units from Eriador have managed to push out onto the middle of the map. They're going to get stuck between a rock and a hard place, so Eriador's units, despite having a relatively big army to kill both of these hatcheries, his units are going to get stuck here, and that's not a position Eriador really wants to be in. But look how many storms he has here. Let's have a look how good they are. Obviously Storm on its own is very good, but you need to at least hit the units with it, and he's done pretty good so far, getting a ton of damage on those Hydras. He kills both of the hatcheries, but is this going to be enough? The High Templar all going to go down here. That's a big loss. The Zealots actually getting caught on this lava. Lava takes a very long time to die. They do have 11 armor, so they're only taking about 5 damage per hit from these Zealots, but it looks like Eriador going to try and push out the front now. A lot more units did try and escape, at least a couple of probes, and with all of Yop's units elsewhere, Eriador has broken out, and this is the position he wants to be in. Now Yop lost a ton of units trying to defend that bottom left. He's going to manage to run into the fourth base, or third base attempt even, by Eriador, so Eriador going to need to scout or cancel this. Yeah, there we go. He cancelled at the last second. We've got another probe coming out, but he is going to be able to take another third. And look at this. Eriador thinking about putting some pressure on at the natural. Eriador being able to break out of that contain is massive, because that is not a position a lot of Zerg players or a lot of Protoss players could get past. And the trouble is, though, Eriador is mined out in his main. His natural is going to be quite close. Well, his natural, because he took it so late, is still quite healthy. Same with Yop, actually. Yeah, this is certainly not the best position for Eriador to be in, but he's made all of the right moves so far. Now, it's funny you see 2 observers fly by Scourge and they don't die. There's no overlords over here anymore, but there is a High Templar. Oh my god, can he storm? If he just stormed on that would have been so much damage. Man, that was unfortunate. But do we have drop coming in for the Zerg? No, we actually have Hive coming in. Queen's Nest is done. I don't think we'll see Queens. Unfortunately, Eriador isn't the one playing Zerg, but here we go. A couple of Scourge going to go down. We've got Yop taking the left-hand corner here. He's going to take down the temples as well to expand up towards this top left. I mean, obviously he may think that Eriador's got a base up here as well, but he's going to have to go through another temple. Yop going to expand yet again. And let's see how good Eriador's big army management is, because he's up 30 supply at the moment. He's still on +2 attack, so he's not got +3 just yet. It's almost finished, and he's also going into armor upgrades. I did say Eriador's most likely go for double upgrades, but his economy hasn't really been able to support it yet. But he finally has the third gas. He has his third base up. Now Yop has managed to break through here. Now, not only does Yop have a chance to take this base, it also gives him a backdoor entrance into Eriador's main. Now, Eriador at the time is moving through the middle of the map, seeing if he can get any damage done, with Yop sending most of his army down here. He's actually left his main third base unattended, and there's going to be 3 hatcheries that are going to go down here. This is massive. There's a ton of drones here as well. You can see Yop is pulling everything back from the bottom left. A storm going down. He kind of needs to save those for his flank, though. And there we go, a big storm on the units at the back. Let's see how the lurkers are. That's a little bit of a whiff storm, but he kills one of the hatcheries. And it looks like Eriador is going to get a very good trade here as he pushes into this third base. A lot of the units coming in from behind have gone down. But his units are now stuck. He's going to have Zerg coming in from both sides. Let's see how good his engagement is. He's got a lot of storm still left. He needs to make sure he uses it wisely, though. A big storm on the Hydrus. That's going to help him a ton. And one of the High Templar with energy does go down. He does have an Archon coming in. And this is still a good number of units. He hasn't managed to kill the base, so Yop does hold on. And Eriador could lose all of his army here. This is a big loss. But he's still got units. He's still fighting. Can he make it work? And Lurker going down. Looks like one of the observers was picked off, so there's just one left. And the army of Eriador is going down, but he still has a relatively big army supply lead here with his reinforcements. There's not actually that many of them. Oh yes, we've got Dark Archon play. This is what I wanted to see from Eriador. Let's check the Templar archives to see what he's upgrading. No, he's not upgrading anything at the moment. So, unfortunately, we're not going to see mind control. That would be kind of ridiculous if we went for a drone. But here we go. Big storms at the front. There's a lurker here, but he can't see it. Is he going to maelstrom it? No, he's just going to storm it. And there we go. He's going to lose one of his High Templar to the storm, but kills a ton of those Lings. dM-yOp has managed to secure the bottom left base. He saved his third base over here, and he's once again going to move in and deny this fourth base from Eriador. Now, Eriador trying to take this base is very, very, very difficult. That is where dM-yOp is trying to expand to. It's obviously the furthest place from dM-yOp's main. Are we going to see feedback on Defilers? I really hope we see feedback on Defilers. That would be amazing. We've not seen that so far in the STPL ever, so... Okay, there's not actually that many units down here in the bottom left. The units from Zerg gonna go in to counterattack on this third base. This is one of the final remaining bases here for Eriador. There's no storm up here. And look at this, Eriador forced to pull everything back. He's getting pulled out of position yet again. The Lurker's getting on top of the probes. Oh my god, this could be a huge spot. The spine. A ton of probes going down, but not as many as it could have been. But look at these cannons. The cannons hold strong, but almost go down. And Eriador. Oh, feedback! Feedback! Yes, he does, but a little bit too late. But he kills that Defiler. A great feedback. A little bit too late, though, on the first feedback there. So Storm does go down, but that's a big storm. A Swarm goes down even. And we do still have a Dark Archon with feedback energy at the back. He obviously does have Maelstrom as well. 200 energy. Look at this Storm on the back. Defilers, there's absolutely nothing for them to consume. And all of these drones are going to be pulled. This base is finally going to go down. Nice Storm at the back on top of the Lurker eggs. Not going to kill them, but he does have a second Storm. Yeah, there we go. Oh, that's a big, big Storm. Do we have feedback energy to get this Defiler at the back? That would be incredibly good. More units coming from behind. Does the Lurker get on the Swarm? Yes, it does. There is Zealots here. Is there going to be feedback? He needs the feedback. Yes, he does. Nice feedback from Eriador once again. Stopping the plague on his army. And this is how you play PvZ with Dark Archons. He's got still nearly a full energy Dark Archon here. That's going to allow him to maelstrom a large swathe of Lings. He's going to secure his fourth base over here, at least for the time being. But a ton of Lings are coming out, but they're heading straight to try and defend the Heartland. GG, dM-yOp taps out, and Eriador wins game number 4.